library. I am so excited to see you this morning. I have so many exciting things to share with you. Very excited. Today we're going to do a little bit of spring yoga. I'm very ready for spring. It's getting closer and closer, and that means that we can be outside more, and that makes me really, really happy. So, yay! All the exciting things. Let's see. First off, I actually finished and have our little yoga pose cards just for my library friends. And the cover looks like this, so if you see a picture, you'll know you're at the right place. These are going to be on the library's Facebook page, on YouTube, and on their website. They will also be available on my website, www.yogaloreandmore.com, and the library is www.scottpub.org. That was close. I had it in my head, just couldn't quite get it out there. But yes. So make sure you check those out. I even wrote you a nice little note in there to tell you how much I missed you. These are super cute and fun, and I even have an activity on the website that goes along with these cards. The background that I used is a photo of buttons, very colorful, fun buttons. And I have a recipe for salt dough where you can make your own salt dough buttons and paint those and make them really fun and colorful. So that kind of goes along with our cards too. So if you're looking for an activity, it's a fun one. I guarantee they'll have a great time making those. So how about we go on and get started? I've got to get our music going, and that will take me just a moment. But we'll start off with our beginning breaths. And I'm using the ones that are in the cards today. We'll start off there, and we can get our music going. And since we're talking about spring today, I brought a spring sensory bottle. It actually has some plastic butterflies, which make me think of spring and summer, but also the flowers. They're just those little silk flowers from the Dollar Tree that I pulled off the stems and put in there. So, and it turned a little pink. So if you're liking pink, definitely the way to go. So, and I even made us a new playlist today. It's different. It's got some fun stuff on here. If I can remember where it is. There we go. Okay. So let's go on and get started with our whale breath. I had to start with Here Comes the Sun though, because it makes me think of spring. So let's go on and get started. We'll sit up straight and put our hands together and take a lovely deep breath in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in. I learned something about whales yesterday that I will share with you. I did not know that the largest whale is a blue whale. And the blue whale can get up to almost about 100 feet long. And that really doesn't mean anything to me until I thought, I'm about 5.5 feet tall. So that would be, let's say, a little less, let's say 15 or 20 of me lined up like this, head to foot. That's how big a blue whale would be. Is that not crazy? It's huge, huge. At least I thought so. I was very interested in that, and I thought, wow, how big must their mouth be, right? Huge, like, or their eyeball. Their eyeball, how big would their eyeball be? It would be ginormous, huge. I can't get over that. To think about swimming beside one of those, well, I wouldn't because I would be afraid it would eat me. But yeah, super big. But we're going to go on to Dragonfly. And we have two ways of doing our Dragonfly. I know that you remember that. We're going to bend our knees if you need to, because I know for some friends it's a little bit too much of a stretch. So if you need to, you can bend your knees. If you can, try to keep your legs flat on the floor and lean forward. You can try to get your toes or the bottom part of your foot, your ankle, and try stretching to each side. This is a good one today. When I think about spring, I think about getting to plant my garden. So if you get a chance, try to plant something. Even just one little thing, maybe some flowers. I like to get my hands in the dirt. It makes me happy. I don't know why, but it's just something I really enjoy doing. You might enjoy it too, so give it a try. Plant some seeds and see if some flowers grow. See if you can get some kind of vegetables. That's always fun. And then you get to eat what you grow. That's my favorite thing. So we're going to move on to our double pigeon pose. And I've been working on this one myself. So with our double pigeon pose, remember our leg is going to be away from our body. Instead of pulled up close where our foot's right beside us, it's going to be a little bit away, like that. And then we'll grab our other ankle. And I will say, especially for my grown-up friends, this might be it, and that's okay. I told my students yesterday that that's why we call it a yoga practice. We don't call it a yoga perfect. The more you practice, the easier it will get, the more flexible you will be. And over time, that knee will go all the way down. If you need to put something underneath it to help support you, that's perfectly okay. It is not supposed to hurt. So after we do our one side, we're going to bring our leg back up, bring this one up, and switch. So this is our bottom leg this time, and this is our top leg. And as I always like to say, knee over foot, foot over knee. But again, it's okay. This is all right. You don't want it to hurt. For my grown-up friends, I will tell you that this is a wonderful hip opener for you. If that's something that gives you problems sometimes, I myself have problems with that. This is very, very good for that. Even if you're just able to do it a little bit, I promise you, it will help over time. It makes a big difference for me. This is one of my go-tos when I do that kind of thing, if I have some hip issues, which, you know, friends happen sometimes, because that's how it goes when we get older. But anyway, moving on. We can go on and sit crisscross. It's my favorite one. Of course, we're listening to a wonderful song right now that really isn't the most calming song, but that's okay because I like it and it makes me kind of happy. So let's go on and do this. Our calm breath. With our calm breath, it's pretty much the opposite of our whale breath. So this time we're going to count. Okay, you'll count with me. We'll count to 5 as our arms come up. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as our hands go down. I'm going to close my eyes. And let's see if you can close your eyes too. I might see if you're peeking. Okay, are you ready? 1, oh, I forgot to close my eyes. I'll try that again. Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I didn't peek. Did you peek? I bet you did. Just a little bit. That's okay. We'll do it one more time. Try really hard, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Better? I bet you did better this time. Give yourself a great big hug. That was great. Oh. I don't forgot to remind my friends to get your breathing buddy. Today I have a tiger and a dinosaur. I don't have my puppy, but I think today I'm going to use my dinosaur. So since I forgot to mention that earlier, sorry, run and get your breathing buddy. Okay, if you don't already have it there beside you, run and get it really quickly. I'll give you a little minute. We've got actually some new poses that we're going to do today that I'm excited about. A lot of times I try to do the same kind of poses, at least part of it, because I think it's important that we don't see each other all the time, and I want to try to give you something that you will remember from time to time that you think, oh yeah, I remember doing that. I remember that from last time. So I think that's kind of important. We're listening to a little jazz right now, by the way. Did you get it? Did you have time to get your breathing buddy? We're gonna go for it, okay? I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. Is that too loud? Is that okay? A little. Jazz gets a little loud. Is that a little bit better? Yeah. Oh. Believe it or not, jazz relaxes me. I enjoy it. And I think it's important to listen to different kinds of music. So we're gonna lie down on our backs. Got your breathing buddy. I think this little triceratops is gonna do a better job for me than my puppy. Because usually when I put my puppy on my tummy, I'm afraid it's gonna fall off. So we'll start here. See how he does. And try to have your hands facing upward toward the ceiling. And just try to relax your body. Or I think, even if you tighten it up really tight, tight, and then let it go, I think that feels really good. It helps make me feel calm. So what we'll do is we've got our breathing buddy here, and we'll take a deep breath, and remember to fill your belly up with air. So my belly gets big. And then when I breathe out, let's try that again. Breathe in and fill your belly up. Try to make it really big. And then breathe out. Let's go for one more time. How do you feel? I feel pretty good. I could just lay here the rest of the time. I'm going to assume you guys want to do more than that though. All right? Okay, I'm going to bring my legs up, cross at my ankles to pull myself up. How about that? We've got one more of our beginning breaths, poses and breaths today, and it's our sitting cat-cow. And I've really been very, very excited about sitting cat-cow lately, just because it's one of those poses that you can do pretty much anywhere. And I think that's really important to have those go-to poses that if you're upset or maybe just a little too excited, that you can use these poses and these breaths to be able to just take a little minute for yourself. And that's okay. We all need to take a little minute for ourselves. So I'm going to turn sideways. You don't have to. You can still face forward. I just think it's better, easier to see that way. So for sitting cat-cow, we'll do cow first, and we will make sure that we're sitting up straight. Sometimes I have a habit of leaning forward a little bit. We'll come back. And we'll take a look up to the ceiling, and this is where we do what? What sound does a cow make? A good moo, or moo, 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 moo. And then we're going to look down, tuck our chin, and make our back round. Bring our tummy in and say meow. That's a lot to remember, I know. But let's practice it again. We'll sit up, and look up to the ceiling and say, moo. And then look down, breathe out, round that back, bring in those tummy muscles, and say, meow. I gotta do it one more time. Moo. And meow. If you pull in those stomach muscles, you can really feel it. You can even see, I don't know if you can see it on me because I'm still wearing my pullover, but you can feel it and you can see it when you tighten up those muscles. Everything comes in closer to your body. We talked before about our core and how important it is to have a strong core. That if we do have a strong core and those stomach muscles are really strong, it helps us to do other things in yoga. Well, and anything that you do. If you play baseball or do tumbling or ballet, all of those things, if you have a strong core, that's going to help you with everything else that you do. It's very important. Are we ready to get going? I don't know. You know what pose we haven't done in a while? Butterfly pose. So I thought we would start with that one for our butterfly. Our feet go together, and if that's just not going to happen for you, you can slide your feet out further. I get it, really I do. Some days are better days than others. And I'm gonna pull mine back closer though. And we'll just start with our one set of wings here. But if you feel really brave, think you can do it all. Antennas, wings, we got it all. Although it's just really hard for me to do all those. I feel like I should bounce to music. This is John Coltrane, for what it's worth to you. These are important things to learn. He's wonderful. Also, before we stop doing butterfly, slide your feet out just a little bit, and I'd like for you to fall forward. Now, I realize everybody might not be able to touch their forehead to their feet, but just try and do the best you can. Even if you come down here and say, "Whoa, I can't go any further than that." That is it. Or you might be able to come all the way down here. Some of my grown-up friends might be here and say, "That's good for me." That's good for me too. Good for you. It's a lot to do these things. I completely understand. So this pose we have done before, and usually we call it lion pose. And it's the fun one where we get to say, "Ah," like that. It's very, very odd looking, I know. But I thought, you know what that kind of looks like? It kind of reminds me of a baby bird, right? Baby birds, a lot of times born in the spring, right? And what do they want? They want food, right? They want food from their mom. So, or I guess the dad too. I don't know how that works with birds. Do both do feeding? I don't know. I need to look that up. I'll know for next time. But anyway, we're going to look up to the ceiling today. Can you do that? And open your mouth as wide as you can, like a little baby bird that's super duper hungry because it needs food. So, kind of like cow pose, but we're really hungry baby birds. Let's try it one more time. Oh, that was a good one. I like that one. And one of my favorites, B. I like this pose because I like to make the bzzz sound. So instead of doing our wings like we do for butterfly, back like that, we're going to put our hands on our shoulders, just like that. You can go up and down. And I want you to try to make the bzzz sound. Can you do that? Bzzz. It tickles. And it tickles my throat too. You can put your hands right here and say, bzzz, and you can feel it. It feels really funny. Bzzz. I know, I really like that one a lot. Bzzz. You can also, instead of, you can go up and down, you can also move front to back. It's easier for the front part, but that's also another way that you can move. Or you can go like that, or you can go like that. Oh. Our next pose is a balancing pose, and it's one that we've done before, and there's a couple ways to do it. We can, got purple socks on today like that. I wanted them to go with my purple pants. So we're going to stand. We'll start off in mountain pose, but we're going to do tree pose. And tree pose is really tough sometimes. And if you want to start out with just one leg crossed over, that can help give you some stability like this. But you can also, we can start with our foot down here. And if that works for you, you can move it up. You can move it up even further than that. I don't know if I can today, but I'll give it a try. And we'll see how that goes. See, I'm a little wobbly today. I think it's because I'm nervous on camera. But I got it. I got it. Now I don't want to stop. I'll just keep going. Ooh. See, I got a little too confident there. Okay, let's do the other side. So we'll take this foot and we'll cross this one over. Sometimes it gives us a good start. It's a good place to start before we do the one where we have to balance. I can't wait for the trees to get leaves. Oh. See, when I start thinking, I need to just stop thinking about it. Then I feel like I'm a leaning tree. If you get ready to fall, just put your foot back down. You don't need to fall on the floor. Just put your foot down. And you can stop yourself from falling. And try again. It's super easy. Let's try one more time. I'm feeling really confident today. You can also put your arms up like that. Right up here. But then we have to do the other side too. Are you ready? I don't know. This one might not happen. Maybe we should go a little lower. See? Everybody has to practice, friends. Just not happening for me today on that side. But I'm still gonna try. I gotta keep on trying. I think that's it for me today for that one. We'll go on and move on to the next one. The next pose is one that I don't know if we have done in class before. It's called a shoulder stand in yoga. And it's easier than a headstand or a handstand. But I think you'll like it. We're going to pretend like we are a seed that's sprouting today. So we'll start kind of curled up. And then what I'd like for you to do is slowly bring your legs up, and we're going to lift ourselves up off the floor. How's that? You think you can do that? Let's try it again. I'll come down. We'll stretch it out really good first. And we'll go slow. So our legs are going to come up. I'm going to lift all the way up. I'm going to try to hold it, and you try to hold it too, but don't hold your breath. And then we can come down. This is a flashback to the 1980s, friends. This is the Go-Go's. And it's a fun song. You grown-ups know it is. I know you do. It's a good one. Oh, I got back down on the floor and I wanted to go on and do watering can. I forgot. For watering can, I think we did this one for our last class. I think. We're going to actually start out in starfish pose. And what I'd like to do, bring our hand here and turn to the side. It's actually triangle pose if we do it like that. But we're going to come down like this today. And then tilt back up. And we'll put our hand here and tilt back down. This song really makes me want to get up and dance, and I'm not going to do that to you all, friends. But I really want to. It's just so cheery. All right, can you shake that out? Shake that out. Whew. Okay. I'm going to do ladybug pose. I really love ladybugs. I think they're pretty, and I like their little polka dots. I'm a huge fan of polka dots. So we're going to do child's pose. So we'll come down on the floor. Ooh. And I'm going to put my arms down to the side. If you want to, you can stretch your arms out forward. But I kind of like down by my side. I like to curl it as small as possible. All right, let's see. I'm not going to tell you what this pose is called. I'm going to let you guess first. What do you think? Any ideas? If you said frog, you would be right. So let's pretend I'm going to give this a try. You can hop forward if you want and hop around. I'm not going to do that. I don't think we can follow me around doing that. So I'm going to try to jump straight up and down. Okay, I'll count to 3. And if you want to jump straight up and down, you can do that with me. 1, 2, 3. I tried not to go up too high. But let's try it one more time. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. How'd you do? I know, it's a fun one too. It's fun if you can hop around, but I just didn't feel like that was probably a good one to do right now. I want to go on and do caterpillar pose because it's really our superhero pose, the one that's tricky, a little challenging, but I think we can do it. So I will move my stuff over. Now, when we do this one today, you can do 2 things. You can stretch your arms out like this, or if you would prefer, you can bring your arms behind you. That one's a little harder. It's a little more challenging to do that. But I think you could try. So let's come down. A nice little rest. And we need to remember our breathing when we do our caterpillar pose. So, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, up. And if you want, you can bring them back. And then we'll come down. Just take a little breath for a minute. It's okay to rest between poses. Although I don't know if you heard me, I was kind of muffled. It's okay if you need to take a rest between poses. have a series of poses that we're going to finish up with today before we do rest and relax. So these are going to kind of go together. We're going to pretend that we're a little seed and that we're growing from a seed. We grow a little bit, we grow a little bit more, and then we sprout. Okay, so we'll start in child's pose, and that will be our seed. Okay, so we'll start here, and if you want to stretch out like this, you can, or you want to do that. So this is our seed. And then once we break through the dirt, we're going to come up into our cat pose. About ready to come through the dirt, right? Because that's what seeds do. So then we'll put our feet down. And we're up a little bit higher. And we'll come up into tall mountain. And I'm going to turn because I'm not facing you. There we go. And then bloom, just like a flower. How about that? Okay, shake all that out. It's about time for us to do some rest and relax. So have your breathing buddy handy, or if you do have your sensory bottle, you can use that too. I'm still going to use my little dinosaur. And let's see, I'm going to turn that up just a little bit. You got yours, I've got mine, and okay, with our palms pointed upward toward the ceiling. And remember our trick, we can tighten everything up, tight, 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 and then relax. So let's do a couple more belly breaths. Let's fill up the belly. And breathe out. Breathe in. Out. Loving this music. I feel fantastic. How do you feel? I feel pretty good. I hope you feel pretty good too. Let's take our breathing buddies, we'll put those down, and we'll hold up. Thank you for doing some springtime yoga with me. I cannot wait until we can see each other again. Very excited about that. But until then, I wanted to come and do a little bit of yoga with you. Don't forget that you can see this video again on the library's Facebook page and on the website and on YouTube, and also download the yoga cards, and you can also find those on my website as well. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye. Oh, namaste. I forgot. Namaste.